June is going to be a big month at the cinemas, so let's open the briefcase to see what's on. Well, apart from the three obvious mainstream titles that are being released this June, mostly containing Wahlberg, let's look at the films you're unprepared for.
We can't let them get ahead of us. Got all kinds of new ideas, new sounds, new instruments. You think we could get a horse in here?
The tagline for Love and Mercy says it all: the life, love and genius of Brian Wilson. Unbeknownst to many, the leader of the Beach Boys struggled with psychosis, and this drama documents his career over 2 decades. Paul Dano plays Wilson in the 60s amidst his creative explosions, with John Cusack playing a broken and confused Wilson in the 80s. This is also the decade when he meets a woman that could change his life. It's definitely a wonderful insight into the man who produced the surf chillax vibes that stem from Kokomo and I Get Around.
You and me, we're gonna walk out of here right now and everything will change.
And Jackie Chan has made another police story. Since the 1985 original, the gap between sequels has slowly increased. So I guess 9 years should about do it. A long overdue release, this one has already done the rounds on the Asian film circuit. Now it's time for the rest of the world to get a taste of the 6th film in the crime action franchise. Apparently good old Jackie is still at the top of his game, and I reckon he actually looks younger in this poster than he did in Drunken Master. Police Captain Zong Wen has spent far too long chasing the bad guys and kicking butt to spend time with his daughter. But now he's meeting her fiance, a club owner who has a few tricks up his sleeve, including taking everyone hostage. The original is considered by fans to be one of Chan's best films, so we've got high hopes for this one. So long as Owen Wilson stays right the hell away, we might end up with a decent film.
Nose of a dog, the heart of a Marine. Sounds like a hero to me.
Following hot on the heels of hit films American Sniper and Warhorse comes Max, the tale of a brave canine who was used by US Marines in Afghanistan, only to return home after suffering a traumatic experience. All the ingredients are there for a heartwarming classic, but the film looks like it's trying too hard to tug at the heartstrings. In the space of a trailer, we have dead American soldiers, a dog with PTSD building a rapport with a lonely teenage boy, a sinister former soldier and a kidnapped dad. I don't want to sound cynical, and who knows, the movie just might surprise us, but at first glance, Max looks like manipulative, family-friendly dross.
We got the Air Jordan of dogs here, man.
A man was 48 hours away from being wrongfully put to death.
I'm commuting the sentence of all death row inmates.
A bunch of kids from Northwestern University who had taken a course on journalism. They dug up the information and they found it.
A Double Murder in 1982 provides the inspiration for upcoming documentary A Murder in the Park. In 1999, a journalism class from Northwestern University saved a convicted killer, Anthony Porter, just hours before execution. They found who they believed was the real killer, Ulster Simon, and as a result, the death penalty was abolished in Illinois. This film, however, takes a different angle, believing the real killer was set free and an innocent man jailed. The case was reopened in 2013 due in part to the film's insight. Investigating a crime from decades ago would be insanely harrowing, as fans of the podcast Serial would understand. I think this trailer is successful in its mission to leave the audience asking questions and with a desire to see the full story.
Anthony Porter was one of the most notorious gunmen that ever lived in that neighborhood.
Anthony Porter, I still think in my heart, is guilty.
My parents didn't encourage us to communicate with society, so we were kind of shut off. So movies opened up another world.
Despite immediate assumptions, Wolfpack is not, I repeat, not another Hangover sequel. The docudrama is a unique look into a family of 5 boys and 1 girl raised and locked away from society in Manhattan. Learning and growing until now has been done through the television in the form of films and childhood reenactments. Although it is a very dark, heavy and sheltered life, they develop a sense of creativity and understanding through fashion, props and art. The clinch here is that one of the brothers escapes, turning their world upside down. This family stumbled across filmmaker Crystal Moselle and allowed her to come into their home to tell their story, once dominated by their father, the alpha male. The story definitely piques my interest, but I'm not sure I can sit through 80 minutes of it. I feel like it's more of a news special on the topic of cults. But hey, who am I to judge? Top media companies have described it as mesmerising, captivating, and 5 out of 5 stars.
I guess he always saw us as the little boys who couldn't. And then we transformed into the boys who can.
If you're taking the kiddies along to the movies, do not miss Inside Out. You can pretend you're being dragged along when really it's all for your own selfish enjoyment. This has already been marketed to the max, so what more can I say other than it's a whole lot of Disney Pixar goodness. Thanks for tuning in to check out some June releases with The Briefcase. If you're itching to hit the cinemas before their release, go and see Mad Max. It's freaking sick.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
I'm Amy Jobson, hasta mañana.